So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Adventure Comics number 335, published in August 1965 with story by Edmond Hamilton and art by John Forte. Featuring Starfinger, the 30th century villain more dangerous than Goldfinger, so that's a interesting little James Bond nod. With a single gesture, he makes Phantom Girl a permanent phantom, turns Matter Eater Lad to metal, shrinks Colossal Boy to tiny size, makes Light Lass super heavy, blasts Superboy with kryptonite rays. Out of nowhere comes the most formidable lawbreaker the Legion of Superheroes has ever fought, for his awesome superpowers lance forth from his fingers in terrible and different destructiveness, and all of the 30th century metropolis recoils appalled from the dread menace of Starfinger. I've never liked that name. So from his fingers emit dangerous rays. So we get a little, some day in the life of Legion members. Sunboy has to head off, and I guess his girlfriend scolds him and says, "You won't see me later." The family of Cosmic Boy, I guess his parents and probably his little brother, his little brother, he leaves, and the mother is worried because they've had more than one casualty, which I'm not sure who she's referring to. And then we're back with Lightning Lad, who still wants a real arm rather than his metallic arm. I'm going to take him to the Special Research Center where I conduct my experiments. Soon I hope to replace his robot arm with a real arm. And so all the Legionnaires are getting checked out, and apparently they have some slight fatigue from space. So, meanwhile, on another planet, well, this guy is relaying a story about this fellow named Thomas Keene, who was out with his dog. He's an elderly man, and or whatever that animal is, I don't know what that is. Starts nibbling on this hunk of mineral, and then all of a sudden is young again. He takes a bite, and it worked. I'm young again. That mineral rejuvenated. I'll call it Rejuvium, and I'll give the mass of it to the United Planets to be used for everyone's good. Millions of people would like to be young again and would do anything to get Rejuvium, but I know you'll protect it. If government scientists can learn how to duplicate this substance, we can banish old age for good. Or you could just have Element Lad do it. But I guess we're supposed to forget about that. All of a sudden, a villain shows up. I, Starfinger, can duplicate all your superpowers, and a blast of super lightning will hurl you out of the way. And so Ultra Boy uses his invulnerability to jump in front. But you may be invulnerable, but the force thrust ray from this finger will send you flying. And 3 of Starfinger's associates show up. But Sunboy uses his power to heat up the Rejuvium, and so they can't grab it. But Starfinger uses his own ray to set the space freighter's cargo afire. Matter Eater Lad uses his power to eat his way in, while Phantom Girl phases in or becomes immaterial to put out the fire. So back at Starfinger's secret lair. Dolts, fools, we had the Rejuvium in our grasp, and you bungled the job. But Sunboy foiled us, making it too hot to touch. You should have moved faster. I made us all flying rings such as the Legionnaires have, and yet you were too slow. So they kind of push back on getting scolded, and he says, you know what, I'm just going to raise my finger and destroy the communication satellite passing above. And they look at this monitor. A flash just came in that something is happening to the new communication satellite. We'll try to get it in a telephoto view. Look, it's exploding. He did destroy it. But it actually, well, they're now scared of him, but it actually was a trick. He had secretly already planted a bomb in there, and when he lifted his finger, he just detonated that bomb. Tricky old Starfinger. The Rejuvium's priceless. Millionaires and kings, millionaires, in the future, they'd probably be trillionaires. Kings would give all they possess to be young again. But in spite of the Legion guards, there's one way we can get it. So the Legion goes back to their clubhouse, This Starfinger is the most dangerous lawbreaker we've ever faced, and it may require the whole force of the Legion to crush him. Mon-El will soon return from a distant space, and a time signal has been sent to summon Superboy from the 20th century. It's interesting that Mon-El, they always have to come up with a way to remove him temporarily because he's so strong. And why is Ultra Boy's arms yellow? I think a little mistake here. This mysterious criminal Starfinger will soon be apprehended. The whole Legion of Superheroes is gathering against him. And now, in further news, we have the first public showing of the new heavy labor robots invented by Professor Mart Arbo of Metropolis University. But it's just Starfinger and his gang who have removed the machinery and put themselves in these robot exteriors. I'll treat you to my freezing ray, and now to make my broadcast to the whole world. There are on Earth Earth today 7 wonders greater than the 7 wonders of the ancient world. You know my powers. Unless your government turns over the Rejuvium to me, I'll destroy the 7 wonders of the 30th century. So the big mystery going into part 2 of 4 is who is Starfinger?